Good evening once again. Our top story tonight focuses on a new operator and a new life for the old Fantasy Island amusement park on Grand Island.
It's a summertime tradition that has been shuttered since last year. Our Jeff Russo broke this story online this afternoon. He is live in the newsroom with what we know so far. Jeff?
Keith and Ashley, Jean Staples, an investor from Chicago, tells me the lease for the park has now been finalized. In fact, parts of Fantasy Island may be back open later this summer. Now, Staples says his group has been doing its due diligence on the property for quite some time, trying to figure out a way to breathe new life into the park, which closed in early 2020. Now, there is a lot of work to be done here, but according to Staples, the water park portion could be reopened later this summer, with the full park open in about 12 months. Staples telling me today he believes Fantasy Island is an amazing opportunity to preserve part of American history.
Something special about a vintage amusement park. It's multi-generational. It's somewhere you can go that, to an extent, time stands still. It's somewhere where you can enjoy riding the same rides with your kids that you did as a child and that your parents did, even with their grandparents.
Now, Staples has experience with older amusement parks. He and his team just purchased the Indiana Beach Amusement and Water Park last April in Indiana. Staples tells me he expects to release more details over the next week, but that the finalized lease makes sure, quote, "We are here to stay for years to come." Live in the newsroom tonight, Jeff Russo, 7 Eyewitness News.
Reporting, Jeff. A lot of people interested in that story. Thank you. Just days before early voting for the primary begins, there are new allegations against a candidate for Erie County Sheriff. The latest controversy concerns an arrest 13 years ago involving a prosecutor and friend of Republican candidate Karen Healy case. Healy case is up against John Garcia in the upcoming GOP primary to take over the job of outgoing Sheriff Timothy Howard. In the Democratic primary, there are 3 candidates running for Erie County Sheriff: Brian Gould, Miles Carter, and Kimberly Beatty. Well, tonight, our I-Team Chief Investigator Charlie Specht takes a look at the new allegations against Karen Healy case, allegations brought up by her opponent in the race.
My opponent does not have the integrity to serve in this office.
The Republican primary race for Erie County Sheriff continues to heat up, with former Detective John Garcia reaching into the past to make allegations about his opponent's time on the Buffalo Police Force. Garcia produced documents Thursday that show Karen Healy case, the endorsed Republican, signed an affidavit in 2008 vouching for a prosecutor and friend who was later disbarred and jailed. This all involves a major Buffalo controversy from 13 years ago. If you don't remember the case, here's a refresher.
Former attorney and law professor Ann Adams is behind bars today, and she's going to spend more than 2 weeks in that scenario. She was sentenced to 15 days in prison for trying to cover up a DWI by submitting a false blood sample and having a judge lie on her behalf.
In the signed affidavit released by Garcia, Healy case stated that she was a lieutenant with Buffalo Police, that she knew Adams, quote, professionally and personally for over 15 years, and she said Adams did not sound the least bit intoxicated, despite a breath test showing otherwise.
In my opinion, my opponent is totally incompetent or corrupt. I believe it's both.
7 Eyewitness News wanted to talk to Healy case to give her the opportunity to explain the affidavit on camera. She declined our request, but her campaign went on the offensive. GOP political consultant Chris Grant called coverage of the issue, quote, sexist, and said he has proof that Garcia filed for bankruptcy in 2002. In a statement, he said, quote, Karen Case is an accomplished, honest, decorated lieutenant with an exemplary record of service. We look forward to the same in-depth examination of John Garcia's personal bankruptcy from the same period as this apparent breaking news from 2007. Charlie Specht, 7 Eyewitness News.
Now to the ongoing battle against COVID-19 and the role that wastewater plays in tracking the spread of the virus. Erie County has a new tool that helps neighbors get a better understanding of this process. It's a wastewater testing dashboard. Think of it like the state's vaccine tracker, only this focuses on a different aspect of the pandemic. You can scroll through the website and find out basic information as to how and why it is so important to track wastewater and what it has to do with the COVID-19 pandemic.
It's really important to note that this is an emerging area of research. We, the county, UB, our partners, we're really excited about some of the possibilities, such as, the ability to collect widespread anonymous COVID-19 health information on the general population.
Wastewater detection can provide an unbiased snapshot of the community's health. For more than 40 years, researchers have used wastewater to monitor the spread of things like polio, influenza, hepatitis, and measles. Wastewater testing can capture the presence of COVID up to 2 weeks before the onset of symptoms. That provides early warning of localized outbreaks. So tonight, 7 Eyewitness News reporter Olivia Proya takes an in-depth look at how this technology works and its potential benefits.
Experts call it a game changer.
So if we know that somewhere there's a disease outbreak that's endemic and we're worried about it becoming the next pandemic, we can start monitoring that in our wastewater, and we can see it arrive much earlier than symptoms and people actually going, to hospitals and things like that. We can detect it weeks earlier.
I look at wastewater surveillance is sort of our early warning system. And if we see a sudden upward trend, we'll know that we have to start looking for cases, diagnose individuals, and then apply the appropriate public health measures to minimize further cases.
Erie County is now testing wastewater for COVID-19.
So when people go to the bathroom and they're sick with COVID-19, they excrete some of those virus particles into the wastewater.
A PCR test run on that wastewater can determine if someone is excreting the virus.
And we've been able to see the trends in wastewater can show what's going to happen in the community by up to 2 weeks before hospitalizations. So there is early detection and early warning of trends.
And with early knowledge of trends, the Department of Health can respond.
So we need to respond with education in that community. We need to respond with offering aggressive testing.
This way they can limit the spread of COVID-19. It's been successful in the past, and the method is used across the globe to detect other viruses.
We've used this worldwide for poliovirus. So we've been able to detect areas, where we need